Hey, we're making a first-person puzzle adventure game where you solve puzzles in collaboration with imaginary creatures. See a gecko fused with a cone? Split it. Maybe the cone will come in handy later. The game is called A Thing or Two, and it is making really good progress. However, the development is not just sunshine and rainbow all the way. I want to break down the development process and talk about things we learned along the way to get to the point where we are so happy now. The goal here is to inform other inspiring game devs, and hopefully if you do want to make a game, you can learn from our mistakes and lessons. The whole journey can be lumped into 3 phases. I call them ideation, direction, and vision. Each phase is scary in their own right, and I will talk about how we mitigated the scares or not. First phase, ideation. This is the easiest place to feel that you can only ever have a blank canvas. The first stroke on the canvas is somehow significant yet immaterial at the same time. I think the thing we did correctly was to set hard constraints on the project from the get-go. For example, we had a 3D non-violent and shooter here. Already something interesting was emerging. How do you make a non-violent shooter? One thing we could do better though was to consider more about what the core appeal of the game was, or rather player fantasy. We instead simply did a lot of mechanics prototype that would seem fun in isolation, which definitely bit us in the second phase. The second phase was when we had our splitting mechanic half nailed down. We had this fish fuse with a life buoy in mind and really loved the concept. And coding up a hacked version was not difficult at all. We were more than thrilled with its puzzle potential, and this concept when seen in-game was very endearing to us at the time. We even very quickly grayboxed a level that was moderately fun to play with. This, however, was perhaps the biggest pitfall of our entire journey. The moderate fun part, plus the happiness you get when you have something working and speaks for itself, made us start thinking too far ahead. We were implementing dialogue and narrative, and we spent way too many hours on gun design and name brainstorming. We even thought about if we should make a time loop mechanics where it was kind of like Stanley's Parable. All these ideas were fine in isolation, but they were trying to build upon a really shaky foundation of hacked code and unvalidated gameplay longevity. As you would expect, the feedback for our next milestone was brutal. The game showed no significant advancement since then in design, and the game mechanics lacked the necessary tutorial for people to understand even what was going on. If we wanted to have any hope of making this game fun for people other than the development team, we needed to go back to some fundamentals to think about how we should make the system richer and automatically support level design without heavy scripting. That process brought us to phase 3. After some gameplay doctoring, we were able to vastly expand the possibilities of the systems and to rethink about how to communicate the idea of the game better through play itself. When we synthesized the findings, we realized that we found our design vision or North Star already, which reads, we solve puzzles in collaboration with imaginary creatures in an adventure full of surprises. We are now in the final stages of polishing the experience for showcase. Hopefully we'll have something great to show.